Hey guys, welcome back to NY Sports MC. Hope you guys are having a great day. Just wanted to kind of get into this video here. We're going to talk about the number two pick in this upcoming draft, as well as what should the Jets do with the quarterback position. The reason we're doing this obviously is because they kind of go hand in hand here with what you're going to do with either or, right? So as we know, Trevor Lawrence is gone. We're not even going to discuss that. One of my friends tried telling me that he saw somewhere that the Jets may try to trade a boatload to get up to number one to get Trevor Lawrence and use some of that Jamal Adams compensation to do so. I think that would be a huge mistake. I think you'd be putting Trevor Lawrence into a similar situation that you put Sam Darnold, where you're giving away too many assets and now you're not going to have a good enough team around that individual. So I would really, really steer far away. I don't think the Jags are going to trade out of one anyway. And if they do, that means that they got something ridiculous, and I don't want that to be from us. I just wanted to kind of mention that because it is something that I did hear. But I would say that that's worst case scenario of what can happen with the draft picks and the quarterbacks. Yes, we probably get the best quarterback that we can possibly get in here, but the rest of the team is going to be hurt severely moving forward because of that. And also, just doesn't seem like a Joe Douglas move to me. Joe Douglas loves building through the draft, and I can't see him giving up a bunch of resources for one player, no matter what position it is. I think he wants to build his whole team in the draft. So that leads us to Sam Darnold, one of these other rookie quarterbacks. What do we do? And the one, I'm still not 100% sure which way they're going to go. You hear some different things around the league that they're going to look to. Jason La Canfora said that their executives around the league believe that the Jets will try to trade out of number two and roll with Sam Darnold. That is actually my preferred way to go in this position. I don't want to draft somebody at number two. If we're going to pick a quarterback, which I'm not really a fan of, and you'll hear why in a minute, I'd rather trade back and grab one of the other one, one quarterback. I don't think that there is necessarily that need there at number two. I want to accumulate more assets. And, so if we do trade back and grab a quarterback, fine. But one of the things I would really look to do is trade back, accumulate as much as you can, and keep Sam Darnold. And now, what I want to mention, and I'm not saying that Sam is going to be a franchise quarterback, I think what's happening with too many of the fan bases, they're thinking draft a rookie quarterback or Sam is our future for the next X amount of years. It doesn't have to be one or the other. The thing is, at the end of the day, you have to build this team. And the reason I'm saying not to draft a quarterback this year is that the team around the quarterback position is still not up to par. And if you look at it, you spend that high pick. Yes, we still have the Seattle pick. It's going to be towards the end of the first round. They're going to be in the playoffs. Depends on how deep they go. But the way I say is you trade back, you can grab yourself another first round pick next year at the minimum, a second round pick this year at the minimum, plus wherever you trade back to. Right? And then if you potentially trade back, maybe you can even trade back again. So I'm going to do some mock drafts, and I may even do them on a live show with you guys, and we'll kind of pick players together. But if you trade back and start accumulating these other picks, because the way I see it is Trevor Lawrence was that generational, once in a decade type prospect, which we're not going to get anymore. Right? So now you look at the rest of these quarterbacks. Can they be good? Yes. But are they anything that's really special? It doesn't seem that way, right? They could be special quarterbacks in the league. I'm not saying that, but it doesn't seem like something that you can't get at the top of a draft next year, right? There's nothing. I don't know where. I haven't done the research yet. Like where these guys would rank in last year's draft, the year before draft, right? Sometimes they'll kind of rank them and say where they would be, but I don't know if there's another guy in here that you say he'd be a bona fide number one in any draft besides this one because Trevor Lawrence is there. So with that being said, how would you guys compare the Fields, the Wilson, these other quarterbacks to whoever could be available next year, right? So if Sam Darnold is as bad as some of the fan base thinks, we should still not be a very good team next year, right? If you're struggling at the best position. So what you do is you trade back from two, you accumulate more picks, both in this year and in next year. You build the rest of the team. If Sam is still not good, you could then have at the least 3 first round picks next year in 2022. At that point, you had the flexibility to move around and go get a quarterback. So it's not Sam or a rookie. It's a rookie or all the extra picks you can get to build a team and then a rookie next year. Right? So just because we keep Sam doesn't mean Sam's our quarterback. We're going to give him an extension and keep him here long term. That's not what that means. He has one more year left on his deal. That's if they don't exercise the fifth year. Then he'd have 2 years left. But even if you turn down the fifth year and he plays well, you could look to sign him. Yeah, you'll have to pay him top dollar, but you've accumulated all these extra first round picks. So all these extra people on rookie cheap deals. So now you can afford to pay Sam because let's be honest, who else are we paying on this team? I mean, we're hoping to bring in, some high ticket free agent guys, maybe a Thuney, maybe a Robinson, a Galladay, somebody like that. Maybe even a Matt Judon, which I'm not really sold on. I think he's going to want too much money for what he can bring to the table. But we may bring in some guys like that spend. But if you look at our team, who you really have to pay? I mean, you have to pay Quinn in a few years. And then Becton is still, he's just finished up his first year. So there's really nobody else that you have to pay. So if we end up paying Sam, it's not like, hey, you have to win when they're on their rookie deal because we don't have all these other big ticket items that are going to be taking up a lot of the salary cap. So, like I said, what I think would be best moving forward at the quarterback position as a number 2 pick is to trade down, accumulate as many picks as you can, and build the rest of the team. Hopefully we get a good coach in here. The most important thing is getting that coaching hire correct. That can maybe save Sam. Look at Alex Smith. Look at Ryan Tannehill. Right? These guys succeeded a little bit later in their career. I'm sure there's more. If I did some more research, I can pull some for you. But who's to say everybody says, oh, Sam needs a change of scenery? The whole coaching staff should be gone. So it should be a change of scenery here. It's just the same building. So I don't believe in the fact that he can't be successful here. If we get the right coach and the right coaching staff in here, if he has the tools and the ability to be a good quarterback, he could do it here just like he could do it somewhere else. It's do we have the right people in the building? So like I said, it's all about the team and building the team. So I believe that the quarterbacks after Trevor Lawrence are going to be comparable to what you can get next year. And I'd rather have the extra picks. And if we need to draft a quarterback, do it in 2022 when we could have at a minimum 3 first-round picks if we trade back from number 2. If they trade back to maybe number 5, get another first-round pick from Cincinnati, and then possibly trade back again to like the low teens, they could possibly have 4 first-round picks in 2022. We just don't know how the cards are going to lay out on draft night. But I think that's the best way to build this team moving forward because then when you draft that quarterback in 2022, they should have a much better team around them than if you were to draft a rookie quarterback right now in 2021. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like I said, we will be doing some mock drafts. I'll be doing some where I just upload them, but I'm definitely want to do some live with you guys, share the screen, and we'll kind of go through them. So just wanted to give you guys that quick take from me on the number 2 pick and what we should do at the quarterback position. So I hope you guys have a very, very happy new year, and I will be back with another video soon. As always, Jet up.